All right, everybody, what's going on? Hey, welcome back to the channel. Let me get a couple things situated right here real quick, and then we will jump into the news, jump into a draft as well on Underdog Fantasy. Do not have a promo code though, I apologize, but you can use promo code The Show. That is Underdog Fantasy Football, their YouTube channel. That's their promo code, and they will match up to $100 on your first deposit if you are a new user of Underdog Fantasy. Let me get this URL real quick so I can put your guys' comments on the screen. Refresh my news real quick. There's not a whole lot. Obviously, we have the big news about Dalvin Cook and Zeke Elliott, so that's pretty much what we're going to dive into today, and then also we're going to do a draft here shortly. So, the big news, we will do the big news last. Let's go ahead and go over our first set of news here. Anthony Richardson. Indianapolis Colts head coach Shane Steichen named quarterback Anthony Richardson as a team starter for Week 1 home matchup at the Jaguars, or actually at home against the Jaguars. Kind of thought that this would be the case. I did think there was a chance that Minshew would start at least like the first 2 or 3 weeks, and then maybe they would move Richardson in as the quarterback. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're kind of throwing him to the wolves right here, if I'm being quite honest. I think, we've seen pretty much all the rookie quarterbacks struggle in Week 1 preseason. I think we're going to see Richardson probably struggle a little bit. I think, he should get better as the year goes on, but I mean, this is coming from somebody who took the under 6.5 total wins for the Colts this year. I have a bet on the under 6.5, so I don't know. I feel like they should wait to throw him out there, if I'm being quite honest. I feel like they should wait a few weeks, but this is good news for best ball. If we have him, if you have this guy as your second quarterback in any best ball leagues, this is good news. You can expect him to maybe produce for us here, 1 or 2 weeks, maybe if he has a big rushing game against, a particular defense. There could be a chance where he produces for somebody who drafted him. So I'm not really looking to target this guy too much in like a managed league. I mean, in best ball league, I have him. I have a little bit of him, but in like a managed league, I'm not dying to go get him. Maybe if I have a keeper league, which I do have a keeper league, I might try to get him and try to draft him for cheap, obviously. But other than that, not super interested in, like I said, unless I got a keeper league though, or best ball, and he's fallen, which he has been falling ADP wise in best ball. So all right, let's go to our next piece of news here. Miles Sanders continues to deal with a groin injury. We kind of touched on this yesterday. It kind of came down when we were in the middle of our live stream yesterday. So continuing to deal with a groin injury, per Panthers head coach Frank Wright. It says Sanders tweaked his groin in practice last Wednesday, so that was before the Jets game, the preseason Week 1 game. Says it is continuing to bother him. Sanders also missed the team's first preseason game. Yeah, we just talked about that. He currently ranks as running back 17 in the expert consensus rankings. That's what the ECR is here on Fantasy Pros. But we'll need to get healthy prior to the start of the regular season and begin building chemistry with rookie quarterback Bryce Young. Yeah, I don't really know what to think of this, man. Groin injuries are like hamstring issues for receivers, as the groin injuries are for the running backs. Groin injuries for running backs are not good. Usually, they're very similar to like a hamstring issue for a receiver. It can linger throughout the regular season if it's not dealt with correctly. This is why I worry a little bit about Kenneth Walker to a degree. I'm hoping to see Kenneth Walker this week. or at least to see something or hear something about Kenneth Walker being very, very on track to be, to be back within the next week. Definitely to be on track for week 1. And the same thing goes for anybody who owns Miles Sanders. You don't want to see this linger too far, down the line here as we get closer to draft day. So, yeah, this is not good news, but at the same time, we don't know the severity of it. And so, I guess I'm not really shocked. It seems like a lot of these reports, it's like they're talking about all these injuries, and it's like they don't want to give us a timetable, and they're just screwing people. That's all they're doing, man. That's all they're doing. So when it comes to like somebody like Cooper Kupp, Sanders, Kenneth Walker, we talk about those guys, in particular, you're just gonna have to play it by ear, man. I don't really know what else to tell you guys other than I would lean towards the severity's not as bad as what probably we think it could be, but at the same time, we just don't know. We just don't know. They don't tell us anything here. Yeah, so hopefully this isn't too bad if you're Miles Sanders. I'm not huge on Miles Sanders, so I'm not really too concerned about this news, whether it was, good or indifferent or bad. I'm not huge on Sanders anyways. It was not going to sway me to like draft him or not to draft him, especially where his current ADP is. But because there's guys like Dameon Pierce that go after Sanders, there's guys like Akers, Montgomery to go after. I like those guys much better than Sanders. But with this injury, like I said, you're just gonna have to play it by ear. Hopefully something comes up later this week that's like, oh, he's good to go, or something more conclusive that we can, draw from this injury that he's dealing with. All right, let's get into the big news. Obviously, Zeke Elliott, free agent running back Zeke Elliott has agreed to a 1-year, $6 million deal with the Patriots. We went over this yesterday before we got off. I know people are freaking out about all these, these signings between him and Dalvin Cook, but I would tell people that they kind of just need to pump the brakes a little bit. And I get $6 million is a lot for a backup running back, but I'm not really confident that Zeke's gonna take too much away from Stevenson. We don't know how Stevenson's going to quite look with Bill O'Brien as the offensive coordinator. I would assume his role stays very similar to what it was last year. Zeke is going to take away some short yardage opportunities for sure. But let's not act like Zeke is... People are acting like Zeke is like the second coming of Breece Hall or something right now at this stage of his career. He's not. He's old. He's turning 28 this year. This guy has nothing left in the tank. He's got nothing left in the tank. He's not an efficient running back anymore. He was behind a pretty good offensive line, pretty much his whole career in Dallas, including last year. This guy's not a threat to Stevenson. He's not a threat to Stevenson at all. I'll get to your guys' questions in a minute. Let me finish this thought real quick. Like I said, we can go over the efficiency stats for Zeke. Zeke was here. Let me dumb this down for you guys. I'll put this on. We'll even put Dalvin Cook on here. I'll show you guys Dalvin Cook as well. I'll go over my advanced stats for the running backs. Where the heck is Zeke at? There he is. All right, so I'll get to your questions here in a second. So Zeke and I'm gonna move the camera down here so you guys can see a little better. Let me blow this up a little bit so you guys can see it. So Cook's right here. I should just hide Bijan too. We don't need to see Bijan. So these were last year's numbers. I mean, like I said, we go to yards created per touch. I mean, even Cook wasn't too bad. He was 2.4. Zeke was a full yard, about a full yard less than Cook. Yards created per touch rank, Zeke was 54th amongst all the running backs last year. True yards per carry, 3.7. That's even about 0.4 yards less than Cook. Zeke's done. This number right here indicates that he is done. Somebody like Kenneth Gainwell, who's actually, Gainwell is he's not that young. You know, this is a decent number. Yellow's about average. It's above average, as you guys see the scale down here. This is above average, decent upside. Great, obviously, if it's in the green, or well, technically, if it's in the blue is technically green as far as the yards created per touch goes. The gold right here is basically like in the orange right here. It's in the orange right here, basically, is what the gold would be. If you have a gold highlighted number right here, this is not good. So, and that's a very telling sign for a running back is how many yards are they creating on their own. If they cannot create on their own, they've lost a step. They've lost multiple steps. And you know, in the case of Zeke, yeah, is he gonna take work from Ramondre Stevenson, maybe short yardage wise? Sure, he's going to take a little bit of work away, but at the same time, at his age, with how much mileage he has on him, he is you need an answer. Should I do Olave for Amari Cooper and Dalvin Cook? Should you do Olave for Cooper and Cook? I say no. I would say no, but it also depends on, I guess, who you're running back. If you need a running back really bad, maybe, but I don't know, man. I would say no. But if you need a running back, I can see why you might do it. Traded away Sanders, DJ Moore a couple weeks ago. Well, I hope you got something good for him. Yeah, yards created last year for Zeke, 44th in the league. Juke rate, 48th. He was 48th overall out of all the running backs in juke rate. Evaded tackles, only 36th overall. The true yards per carry rank, which is this right here, which is the where the hell is it at? This right here, the 3.7. That is 62nd overall. Breakaway run rate, 3.5%. That's 41st overall. This guy's done. This guy's done. Yards per route run, 0.48. There's not even a rank on that because he didn't really have enough work. Windigo asked, what round should Dalvin Cook be drafted at? Bro, you know what's funny? I'll show you guys this too. Let me show you. You guys remember I did these drafts yesterday? Right, I did 2 drafts yesterday. Actually, so I did a draft after I got offline. Okay, so after I got offline, where's Puppy 3 at? So this is the last one I did online with you guys, right? And if you guys remember, here he is right here, Dalvin Cook, 99th overall. This is where he went in that last draft right before the news broke, right? Or the news kind of broke like in the middle of this draft, but somebody had already taken him 99th overall, which is decent value. Now I did a draft after I got offline, like a couple hours later, and he went in the 5th round. I'm not even kidding you. Where's it at? Right here. So here it is. This is the one I did. We got a decent team. We didn't do too bad. We got Everett, Higbee, pretty decent receiver room. Not a bad running back room. I actually went and got Derrick Henry in this one. So in this draft, though, this is where he went right here. You guys see, he went first pick of the 5th round right here. If you guys can see it, to the guy with the first pick. I would not draft Dalvin Cook in the beginning of the 5th round. I mean, this guy just hopped Kenneth Walker, Sanders, Madison, Pierce, Dobbins, even Kamara. I would still take Kamara over Dalvin Cook. Like, it's not even, I don't even have to think about it. I mean, Kamara's going to miss 3 games, but he's going to have the backfield pretty much by the time he comes back. You know, Jamal Williams is going to get a couple carries here and there, obviously inside the red zone, but Kamara's going to get all the receiving work. Yeah, this guy took Dalvin Cook and Aaron Jones here, round 4, Dalvin Cook round 5. I told you guys in that other draft he went 99th overall, which is the 3rd pick of round number 9. So he jumped 4 rounds basically from the last draft I did online to the one that I did like a couple hours later after he signed with the Jets, which is, to me, is crazy. So going back to Zeke, though, yeah, Zeke's done. I'm not worried about this at all. I'm still drafting Stevenson, especially if he's going in round 3 or if he moves down to round 4 because of this. That would be best case scenario, obviously. But you know, people are, you can see, man, people are starting to overreact to this, these signings. I don't understand it. So, all right, let's move on. Like I said, we can talk about Zeke and Hall a little bit later. Hall, I'm going to talk about right now. So Hall was activated off the PUP list. This was today. Activated off the PUP list today. Took limited reps in practice. And then we got news later today, not too long ago. Robert Saleh, head coach Robert Saleh, stated Tuesday he's very confident, quote, very confident that running back Breece Hall will be ready for week 1. So he's activated off the PUP list today. Took limited reps in practice. With the recent addition of Dalvin Cook, fantasy managers should expect Hall and Cook to split carries to begin the season. Hall currently ranks as running back 16 in the expert consensus rankings and will likely slot in as a RB2 this season in a crowded running back room. That's until somebody goes down with injury. I mean, I hate to say it, and I don't want to bring negativity to the aspect of what's going on here, but Cook just turned 28 years old. He's got a lot of tread. He doesn't have much tread on the tires left. He's got a lot of volume over the years. He's had a shoulder that he's had fallen out of place multiple times. He's had surgery on that shoulder multiple times. I don't know how long Cook is going to last. Okay, and yeah, it's going to help both of their health situations if they share carries, but at the same time, Breece Hall's the better running back at this point in his career than I think Cook is. And I'm not saying Cook's a bum by any stretch of the imagination, but Hall is a much better running back than Cook is right now. If we're comparing a 28-year-old Cook to a 22-year-old Breece Hall, it's not even close. Okay, so the guy who's going to maybe have a potential to break plays open, even if they both get limited touches because they're sharing carries, the guy who's going to give you the more efficient carries, the more efficient touches, you got to think Hall's going to be probably more of a receiving back. He's going to be the Aaron Jones type of player in this offense, whereas Cook is going to be the A.J. Dillon, in my opinion. So if you're in full PPR or even half PPR, Breece is going to probably do a little bit better in regards to the passing game. I'm still drafting Hall. I'm not drafting him in round 3 anymore, though. Don't get me wrong. But this is obviously very, very good news. If he thinks he's going to be, if he's very confident he's going to be back for week 1, he's going to be back. Like I said, I was hoping we would get some news about Hall. I said this yesterday. I was hoping we would get some news about Hall this week or by the end of the week, but we actually got it the next day today. And so this is very, very interesting. Cook, on the other hand, on top of this news, Dalvin Cook at least a week away from practicing, so he's not even going to be practicing this week because he's still not cleared with his shoulder surgery. According to Adam Schefter, ESPN, newly acquired running back Dalvin Cook is still at least a week away, quote, at least a week away from practicing with the New York Jets due to a shoulder surgery and a delayed arrival in New York due to an expected child as well. So, I mean, it's going to take away some practice. I mean, Cook is by no means like... Everybody's like, oh, Cook's gonna eat the first 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So I don't think so. I think Breece is still gonna be. He's gonna be a part of the backfield according to this. That really kind of solidifies that right here. According to this kind of solidifies that he's gonna be in the backfield. He's gonna be ready to go. I don't like Dalvin being there, but at the same time, we're getting a discount on Breece now. What round am I drafting Breece Hall in at now? I'm getting him in round 4. I don't want to take him early round 4. Like if I have the 10th, 11th, or 12th pick, I don't really want to take him early round 4. In that same draft, and this is probably a couple hours after the Dalvin Cook news. If you guys look, I didn't really see a difference here, but you guys see Breece Hall right here. He went 40th overall. Remember, so in this draft, I had pick number 10. I took Christian Watson. This guy took Hall right after me, 40th. And then Cook went right here at 49. So there wasn't a big shift in Breece Hall's draft position. Maybe it was just this league, you know what I mean? Like these guys. Like I said, we're getting ready to jump into a draft here in a second. And so we will see where he goes. But if I'm drafting like down here, you know, at the end of round 4, I'm taking him. If I need a running back, I'm taking him. So if you get him in the beginning of round 5, run for the hills. Especially in best ball, run for the hills. Because if you get him round 5 in best ball, that's like, I mean, somebody needs to call the police because that's stealing. So let's go ahead and jump into a draft. I'm going to go ahead and jump into a draft. This is going to be a short stream today. I got to go to the gym here in a little bit. But yeah, Breece Hall is in round 4. If he's definitely in round 5, even like at the beginning of round 5, you'd be dumb not to take him, in my opinion, especially in best ball, because in best ball, you don't have to worry about setting your lineup. And he's gonna get a bunch of the work towards the end of the year, especially if something happens to Dalvin Cook if he goes down to injury. I know I don't like talking about injuries and like, oh, he's definitely gonna get injury. I don't like giving you guys that idea, but there's a good chance. There's a good chance that you see something happen to either Cook or Hall. So I mean, I'm not saying Hall's out of the woods yet either. I mean, he still is coming off the ACL, but if the ACL is good, they slow play him the first 3 or 4 weeks, and then he's really 100% ready to go by week 4, week 5. I'm more worried about Cook at that point than I am Breece Hall, because Breece Hall's 22 years old and he's a super freak athlete at his position. Cook, on the other hand, has a ton of mileage, multiple surgeries on that shoulder. And really more than just his shoulder injury as well throughout his history, and he's 28 years old. So now, like I said, in a managed league, in a redraft league where you actually have to manage the team, yeah, I'm waiting till at least round 4. I will not take him in round 3. At that point, you're missing the value, and I think at that point the value's not there if you take him in round 3. All right, let's go to the draft board here. We got pick number 1. Holy cow. Wait, we're striking a lot of number 1 picks here lately. It's kind of nice. They kind of owe me that, to be honest. I'm still a little sick, if you guys can't tell. All right, let's go there. Let's go up here, top right. I don't really see anybody in here that I really know. which is good. I'll give you guys the draft board as well. Here's the draft board right here. We're gonna go JJ. No question about it. I'm gonna try to wait. I'm gonna wait on Breece Hall. I'm gonna wait maybe around. Hopefully he falls to me like right here at 48. We'll see though. This is only the second draft I've done. Other than, like I said, I did that one after. Like I did that one at like 8 o'clock at night, 7 or 8 o'clock at night after the stream, and then so that was the first one I did after the Dalvin Cook news. Now it's been about 24 hours or close to 24 hours. So let's see if anything. Let's see if it's like sunk in to the community and to the you know, the fantasy industry. Let's see if people let him go, like let him slide to the end of round 4. If they don't, then they don't. You know what I mean? If they do, then we'll take advantage of it. The number 1 spot is by far the best draft position. What I was gonna do coming into this draft is if I got like, if I got picked like 5 through 12, I was gonna go hero running back. I was gonna go double hero. I was gonna try to go get like a Bijan and a Barkley together, or a Pollard and a Bijan, or a Pollard and a Barkley. I was going to go get double hero running back. I was going to try it. Yeah, so you asked me what round should Cook be drafted at. Let me move this down. Yeah, Cook should be drafted, I don't know, man. Cook should be drafted like round 7. Like, that guy took him down here at the beginning of round 9 yesterday, which is about where he had been going, round 8 or 9 roughly. He should be going maybe at the 7-8 turn. I don't move him much higher. You said you heard Breece Hall's fallen in the 6th round of best ball leagues. You don't know? I don't know either, man. Like I said, this is only the second one. That one that I did yesterday, I passed on him at 39, and the guy took him at 40. So, but the news was still kind of fresh still. People may not have known about the news. Everybody in this draft, I'm assuming, kind of knows about it. So, I mean, let's just see what happens. If he fell to, he ain't gonna get to the 6th. Because if he's there at 4 or 5 turn, I'm taking him. Like, I will take him as the first pick around 5 or the last pick around 4. So he's not going to get that far in this draft. I promise you that. At the end of the day, especially in best ball, he shouldn't slide that far, because as long as he's producing for us, like after week 7, that's really what we were expecting anyways. After week 5, 6, 7, and really as long as he's producing week 14, 15, 16, 17, which is when the playoffs are, the elimination rounds are, that's when we need him the most. So, and at that point, I don't think, like I said, you could see Cook get injured before that point. You could see him get more volume at that point. You know, we could see Breece Hall have more volume towards the later half of the year. Mahomes went in round 1. That's a little bold. This guy should go double hero. He should go Robinson and Barkley right here. For those of you that cannot see, this guy went Brown, CeeDee Lamb, and then Adams, St. Brown. So Barkley and Pollard are at the top here. Pollard, Eckler, that's a good start if you want to go hero RB. I don't like Pollard as much though, or not Pollard. I don't like Eckler as much in this league because it's only half PPR. Eckler's never ran for 1,000 yards. So Eckler needs like a ton of receiving yards and those touchdowns to survive as a #1, you know, first round guy. Which I'm not saying he can't get it, but Barkley, Kelsey, I like that. That's not too bad. Although I think you should go receiver here because you're going to fall behind a receiver doing this. I'm hoping I don't get like Ridley sniped again. The player that I want the most is Devontae Smith right here. Like I said, I gave you guys my best 2 players per round. I'm gonna stick to that, obviously. So I'm gonna get Smith or Ridley with one of these picks. That's the good news. And I may take Jalen Hurts again. This guy took Smith. Okay, so I'm gonna ruin this guy's day. I'm gonna take the guy left Derrick Henry on the board though. If Smith was there, I was gonna take Smith. So I'm gonna pass on Ridley. I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts, and I'm gonna go Derrick Henry. This guy's probably pissed. He probably wanted Hurts on the way back, I bet you. Better luck next year, dude.
Oh, well, better luck next year.
Better luck next year, dude. So he's gonna try to go Higgins, and then he's gonna go Burrow. He's gonna take that route instead. I mean, I'm willing to roll the dice here with Henry. I'm not a huge fan of Derrick Henry, but with the news about Jacobs, Stevenson, I don't know why this guy took Taylor right here. I think that's a bad pick. You know, obviously I would love for Chubb, Pollard, or Barkley to be down here, but that's just not going to be the case anymore. So I'm willing to roll the dice with all these new, you know, with the news about these combo running back backfields now. I'm willing to roll the dice with a guy who I think is going to get, he's going to get the, you know, the lion's share of running back rushes and carries and stuff, at least until he, you know, until he gets hurt. One of my 10-team leagues, I drafted JJ first overall, then I got St. Brown and Garrett Wilson on my next picks. Well, I hope that you have a 3 receiver room right there, right? Do you have to start 3 receivers in that league? If not, you got to go get a running back, man. Mark Andrews, Keenan Allen. We're seeing a little bit different picks here, like, because this is like where some of the running backs are going. You see these running backs are falling. These running backs are falling off the map. You don't see Keenan Allen really go this high, or Andrews. Andrews used to kind of go this high, but he started to kind of move back. I'd expect Lamar Jackson to come off the board right here, maybe. This guy's really thinking about it. He doesn't know what to do. It's gonna be okay. He takes DK. Lamar's coming off the board here in a second. I expect all of these receivers right here, and I expect Lamar's ADP to move up a little bit as well. Even Judy probably will move up as well to go with Debo. All right, there goes Skip. So this guy starts off 3 running backs. That is a bold strategy.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Hide the phone capture for you guys so you guys can see what this guy does. Stevenson and Jacobs are at the top of the list right now. So there goes Stevenson. into the third round. This is good value. I mean, it's decent value for Stevenson. You don't see him fall past like 32 very often. George Kittle goes in 35th overall. That's a little weird. This guy might be trolling us right now. You don't really see Kittle go that high, so that's kind of a weird one.
What an idiot.
He could have got Kittle like right here at 59 probably. I don't know why he would take him right there. Your next picks were Aaron Jones, Mixon, Pierce, Montgomery. What do you think about that? Yeah, that's good, man. That's good if you're going value running back. Mixon, Jones, Pierce, Montgomery. Yeah, you knocked that out of the park, man. If you get those 4 guys as your value running backs and you have that receiver room with St. Brown, Wilson, and JJ, you're set, dude. Who'd you get at quarterback? Did you go value quarterback too, or did you snag like Herbert or somebody somehow? If you snagged like Herbert with that team or something, oh my gosh. If you snagged Herbert with that team, or somebody like Burrow or somebody, call the police.
Robbery in progress.
There's our guy, Breece Hall, right here, 40th overall again. Somebody, seeing it's weird because I hear people saying like, oh, he's fallen to the 5th and 6th round. Well, I've done 2 drafts already. He's in the middle of the 4th, beginning middle of the 4th, which I still think is decent value. Really, there's no change in this because really Debo, you used to probably, I mean, for the most part, you could get Debo like 40th overall for the most part. So you just swap Debo and Breece Hall, and that's kind of where their old ADPs were. I still think the fact that somebody's taking Jacobs over Breece Hall that's crazy to me. ETN and Mixon are out there. Let me pull the phone capture back up so you guys can see who's on the board here. Watson's at the top, ETN, Mixon. This guy's probably going to take Joe Burrow first. If he doesn't, I probably should just do it just to piss him off. How funny would that be? I bet you anything that, like, if Joe Burrow falls right here, he's not going to take him. He's going to try to take him right here in the 5th round. I should snag him from him. I'm hoping he comes off right here. This guy needs to take him. Oh, he took Herbert instead. Ended up with Cousins and Goff as my QBs. Love and Carr on waivers. I like Cousins. I think Derek Carr's being overlooked a little bit. I think Derek Carr's the Jared Goff of this year. So if you had asked me if I was picking between Carr and Goff as my second QB, I think I would take Carr. So let's see what this guy does. Let's see if he takes Burrow here. I'm hoping he does, so I don't have to take him. I might take him though I should, just to piss him off. So he goes Joe Mixon. He's going Burrow, bro. This guy's going the full Cincinnati stack right here. God, what do we do? Should I do it? I really need a receiver though. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna let him slide. He can have him. I can't believe that's happening. I'm gonna take Aaron Jones this time. I've plenty of Kenneth Walker, so I'm gonna kind of just yeah, see, there he goes. Yeah, take Burrow. Take Burrow. Yeah, I should have just to piss him off. This is a good team right here. I'm not gonna lie. This is a good. I don't know what this guy right here or these guys right here at the 6. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they're letting this guy do that. I think that's stupid. Getting Joe Burrow in the 5th round is like, it's stealing. I know he's got the calf injury, but he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. People are overreacting to that, and that's why this guy's getting him right here in the 5th round, and I think it's stupid. I understand why this guy took Herbert. He's got Keenan Allen. He's going for the stack. Yeah, I was going to take Kenneth Walker, but like I said, I got plenty of Walker. I need to I want to mix up kind of my, kind of get a little bit more of a percentage of Jones. I don't really have much of Jones at all. I'll probably try to get AJ Dillon to go with him though, just in case. So far, this guy, so I got JJ, Henry, Hurts, Kirk, Jones. It's not bad. This guy's got pretty much Cincinnati and Devontae Smith. This is a good team from the 2 spot, because I like Devontae Smith a lot. And so if you're getting him as your 2nd receiver, good on you. CMC, Olave, Ridley, Mike Williams, McLaurin. I don't really understand this. I was looking for Justin Fields. There he is. Justin Fields is going so much earlier. Anybody that was getting Justin Fields back here in like round 5, which I did a few times, you're ahead of the game. I think he's going to consistently start going like right here at the beginning of round 4 from now on. Tight end is Kmet. Other bench players are Gabe Davis, Dotson, Sky Moore, McKinnon. No defense right now. Yeah, you need to go get another tight end, bro. I like Kmet, but I want to make sure I got another one too. Dotson's a good pick. Sky Moore's a good pick. McKinnon's Davis is good, but you're gonna have to start him like, I don't know. You're gonna have to pick the right week to start him. He's tough to figure out like when he's gonna play good. 49ers 38 versus Broncos 13. 49ers 38 versus Broncos 13, weeks 2. What? I don't know what you're saying, Xavier. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. 30 Niners 38 versus Broncos 13, weeks 2. I'm confused. It's like that's like the score of the game or something. You know? Hold on. Let me see what you're saying here. Yeah, I don't know. You're gonna have to elaborate on that, man. I don't know. This guy took Lockett and Akers right here with the guy who's drafting last. This guy took Tony at 15. Is this guy trolling right now, dude? He took George Kittle in round 3. He goes Tony at the end of round 5. Jordan Addison. I like the Addison pick. This guy's got to be trolling, dude. Is this guy got 2 entries in here or something? Is he drafting 2, you know? Is he helping somebody out? Might have to report this one. Good grief. Try not to be so obvious that you're drafting guys well ahead of their ADP, you know? Holy cow. Of course, I know there's good news about Tony. You know, they're saying he's expected to be ready for week 1, but I'm still not drafting that guy, dude. That guy's a walking injury waiting to happen. George Pickens, Alexander Madison. It would be a blessing if Pierce fell to us. There's a chance with this guy drafting Tony so early and Kittle going early. You could argue Pickens went pretty early. When is Pickens' ADP here? Pickens' ADP is 71.5. With these guys going early, Waller just went kind of early. There's a chance that Pierce falls to us here. I think this guy's gonna take him though, because this guy only has Joe Mixon, so I'm probably gonna get sniped. Trevor Lawrence is still on the board for some reason. There he goes. Speaking of the devil. Take Sanders, bro. He's not gonna do this. Guy's got a highly experienced badge. He's not gonna do it. I'm gonna be so pissed if he takes Pierce. That's okay. We got a backup plan if he does. He took Dotson. That's who I was gonna take with my next pick. Okay, so I'm gonna go Pierce and then I'm gonna go Montgomery. Pretty much solidify our running back room. This guy just missed out on 2 running backs, so he can have Sanders or Javonte. He's probably gonna take Javonte, which is fine. He can have that guy. I was gonna take Dotson if Dotson was there, but that's fine. Yeah, he doesn't know who to take now because he's like, man, he just stole both the guys I was gonna take at running back. Well, too bad, bro. Too bad. Yeah, take Sanders.
Better luck next year.
Yahoo's report card gave me an F draft rating. Said I would go 0-15 with this team. Yeah, dude. Yahoo and ESPN, their stuff is stupid. Like, don't pay attention to that stuff. That stuff's wrong. I don't even pay, like, same thing with this. Like the projections for underdog, it's wrong. Because if you draft like 4 or 5 quarterbacks, which quarterbacks tend to get more fantasy points than all the other players in like these leagues. Like if I would have taken Hurts, let's say I would have taken Hurts right here, Lamar Jackson right here at the 2 spot, and then I took Joe Burrow like in the 4th round, I would have a really good projection because all 3 of those quarterbacks are projected to do really well because they're all like top 5 quarterbacks, right? So if I would have done that with this team, my projections would have been really, really good at the end of the draft. But the reason why that doesn't matter is because you can only start 1 quarterback each week. So 2 of those guys aren't even going to be in my lineup each week. So the projections are just, they're kind of flawed. They're kind of stupid. I wouldn't look too much into it. I'm tired of being sick, man. I kept telling myself I was going to take some cold medicine the last like 2 days, the last 2 nights before I went to bed, and I did not end up doing it. I can't believe both of these tight ends are still on the board. I figured they would have been gone by now. Uh-oh, this guy took Zeke, bro? No way, bro. This guy took Zeke? This guy's on something, Rand. Well, I don't know what this guy's doing. Jackson Gray? Jackson, what are you doing, bro? You taking Zeke at 83?
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser! Good. Good. More for me.
Good. Good. More for me and you. Dude, I can't believe that guy just took Zeke at the end of round 7. That is unheard of. Yeah. Let me pull the phone view back up. I can't believe this guy just took Zeke at the end of round 7. There goes Cook. So remember, Cook went 49th overall in the last draft, and then here he goes 87th overall. And he went right before the guy who had Brees before he was on the clock. I mean, this is about right for Cook. I think Cook should go anywhere from like Mike Evans right here at 79. He should go from like anywhere from there, basically middle of the 7th round to middle of the 8th round. I think is about where Cook should go. Yo, what's up, Jeremy? What's going on, man? You're not playing COD still, are you? That's what they said about my team with Jefferson, St. Brown, and Garrett Wilson. Yeah. I wouldn't look into the reports too much, dude. I wouldn't even pay attention to that, dude. Go off what you think, you know, go off. Everybody's projections are not going to be the same, and they're not going to be correct. Because injuries can come into play, and other stuff comes into play as well, so. Yeah, but a lot of Apex. That's good. Dang, this guy just took Sky Moore. That's how I was hoping to fall to me. There goes Cook. We need another receiver. We need a tight end as well. Do we wait on tight end? This guy said Kittle in the 3rd. Yeah, I know. Somebody took Kittle in the 3rd. I don't know why. I think that guy's throwing or something for somebody else or something. It's a little bit of a reach, but I'm going to take this guy. I need a tight end. I'm not waiting on tight end. I've kind of done that the last 2 drafts. I'm not going to do that this time. So I'm going to take that tight end, and then I'm going to go... I'm going to go ahead and go get my handcuff. I don't even care. I'm going to get my handcuff. I'm going to get AJ Dillon. We'll get another receiver. I'm not too worried about a receiver. I know we need 3, but we got 2 decent, you know, we got the best one in the league, and we got Kirk to go with him, so we'll get a couple more down here. Yeah, this guy took Kittle in the 3rd. This guy's team. This guy's got... You guys can't see his team here. Look at the phone. If you guys look at the phone, I'll show you his team. What's this guy's name? Cookin'? Cookin'? Or no, that's not him. He is, no, Jackson. That's right, Jackson. He's got Mahomes, Harris, Zeke, Adams, Tony, Addison, J-Mo, and Kittle. Yeah, that's definitely a little different, dude, than what you see from the 11 spot. It's definitely a little different. Yo, Jeremy, you watch Tim play Madden earlier? He might still be playing it. I was watching him play a little bit earlier before I went live. Oh my god, it's so funny. He couldn't beat the Eagles. He started out like 0-2. I think he just beat them though in this past game and he was playing, but oh my god, he's so terrible. Oh my god, it was so funny. Yeah, Brees, if you're in a 10-man league, especially if you're in a 10-man, there's no reason, like if you have a top 3 pick in a 10-man, you should see Brees fall like 43, 44. Well, really what, a 10-man league in the 4th round, the last pick of the 4th round is what, pick number 40? Yeah, so you should see Brees fall. You should see Brees fall in the end of, really, maybe in the beginning of the 5th round in the home league if it's a 10-man. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, dude, I was watching him play the Eagles. He was raging. He's so freaking bad. Dude, he threw so many freaking balls with Dak that should have been picked off, but they weren't picked off by the CPU, the defense, because he's playing on like pro mode. Which pro mode is like easy mode. It's like default mode, right? Oh my gosh. He's like, bro, I have to win this game or I'll never play this game again. You see the first game where he missed a field goal to win the game and it went to overtime, and then he got the ball to start overtime, and then he drove down the field. He ended up like, you know, he had like 4th and long, so he was kicking a field goal. I think it was for the win, and the field goal was short. And then the very next play, the CBU, Jalen Hurts hits like a deep seam route to AJ Brown, and he scores for a touchdown for the win. Oh my God, it was so funny. It was so freaking funny. Bro, go back and watch the first game, Jeremy. Jeremy, you didn't see it? Go back and watch the first game. Bro, he has like a chip shot for the win. So he milks the clock. He gets like down into the red zone. He has a chip shot for the win. Well, the Eagles CPU called timeout, and like whenever they call timeout, it like freezes the kicker, and so like whenever he's kicking the field goal, it makes the little line disappear. He like shanks the kick, misses it wide right, like barely misses it too, and so it goes to overtime. He gets the ball, drives down the field, he misses like a 50-yard field goal, and then the very next play after the turnover from the field goal, the CPU hits AJ Brown for like a 60-yard bomb. He freaking loses the game. He lost his mind too, dude. He was so mad. It was so funny. What do you think about Jake Ferguson, Dallas tight end? I think I'm going to draft him if he's like down here if he's down here around 17 or 18, I'm going to draft him. I mean, he's not the first guy I'm looking to get, but I would, in best ball, I would make sure I have other tight ends, obviously, and I would draft probably Goddard, Njoku, Hawkinson. I would probably take Waller over him as well. Even Freiermuth and Ingram, I would want those guys probably first, obviously. Do I think Christian Watson is going to be a viable wide receiver too? Yeah. Go get as much Christian Watson as you can. Especially as a wide receiver too. I don't like him really as a wide receiver 1. Not until we know if Jordan Love is the real deal or not. I think, Jordan Love looked pretty good in the preseason game, but it wasn't really against Cincinnati starters. So Taysom Hill this early, bro? Come on. Are you kidding me? Yeah, go get Christian Watson as much as you can. All right, well, we got all these quarterbacks on the board right here. See, and I wouldn't have taken Njoku if I knew Kincaid was going to be there, and of course he is, dude. Go figure. I need a receiver, though. I'm going to take Nico, and I'm going to take Kincaid. As much as I want to go get, like, I can't believe Dak, Cousins, and Smith are all on the board. I'm going to let somebody else have those guys. I'm going to take Kincaid. If I would have known Kincaid was going to be there, which I didn't think he was going to be there, I would have taken, I might have went like somebody else instead of Njoku. I don't know who I would have taken, to be honest. Maybe Cortland Sutton, maybe. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of like these receivers. I don't mind them, and I do like Zay Jones obviously a little bit. This is kind of early for Zay Jones. I can't believe he's already off the board. Like Thomas, I mean, this is good value on Thomas. Obviously Thomas was going like up here in round 8. I don't know, I feel like round like 9 and 10 is kind of a receiver dead zone, because Sky Moore is going up here in round 8 now. Zay Flowers is going obviously in round 8. Elijah Moore, you're not going to get him outside of round 8. I feel like there's a little bit of a dead zone right here. I'm not a fan of a lot of these guys, to be honest. I like Zay Jones. This is kind of early for him though. We didn't have a chance to get Zay Jones on this team. I don't know if I would have wanted Zay anyways though, because I already got Kirk and they're playing on the same team. So do I like White as an RB2 full PPR? I did until he got hurt. I did until he got hurt. I don't know. We need an update really on his injury. His injury stat. They said his knee buckled in practice yesterday, and he was limping off the field. So I would pump the brakes on White a little bit if you're thinking about drafting him. That's just my opinion. Look at Cousins and Geno, dude. They're still on the board, and there's no way. I hope one of those guys fall to me here at the end of round 12. That'd be crazy. I would pump the brakes on Rachaad White, man. He is we gotta know what his injury status is, man. He's on a terrible team. The Buccaneers are gonna be terrible too, so what do you think about Tank Dell? I think Tank Dell is like a must go get if you have like a 16, 17 round draft, 18 round draft. I would be trying to get him as much as possible. That guy's gonna be good. I'm trying to think of like a good comparison. I wonder who their comp is of Dell. Let me look to see who their comp is. Like Brandon Cooks, maybe, kinda ish. Let me see who they have as his comparable. Say it's Isaiah McKenzie. I don't know about that, but the guy's 5'8", 165, dude. He's not that fast. He only ran a 4.49, which really isn't that fast for somebody who is that small. You would hope that he would run like a 4.4 or a sub 4.4, but I tell you what really stood out about Tank Dell is that he's a separator. He separates from defenders. That's why, I mean, the guy was like wide open. Every single time he got the ball thrown to him, except for the touchdown where he made the miraculous catch, he just was separating from guys. So, and he's going to play in the slot primarily, which is going to increase his efficiency as far as like catching balls and getting separation on routes. He's gonna be a household name, I think, here come like the end of the year as far as like the rookies go. I don't know how much playing time he's gonna get out of the gate because I don't really know where he stands on the depth chart. I guess we can check. I don't know if he's gonna immediately be their wide receiver number 3, but I think he's gonna work himself into it throughout the year. Yeah, that guy was a steal for them, I think, in the draft. Tank Dell. Let me see here. And bro, they went out and got Tank Dell because Stroud wanted him. Like Stroud wanted the organization to go get him because he was like throwing to him, you know, leading up to the combine or whatever. So Stroud was throwing to him throughout the combine and stuff, and he was like, basically told the Texans, he's like, hey, I want you to go get this guy. And they did. Yeah, so they got Noah Brown as the wide receiver number 3. Tank Dell is technically a second stringer here behind Nico. I think eventually, especially if an injury pops up for like Noah Brown or somebody, or even Robert Woods, who's like 40. He's actually like 30 or 31 years old, but if an injury pops up, you're going to see Tank Dell potentially be like a league winner in like a best ball format. That's what I think. They say Rachaad White is good and he's back at practice. Well, that's good news then. I still worry about him, man. I really worry about that whole offense. I don't have much of Evans. I don't have much of Godwin. I definitely don't have Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask. I'm not excited about that team at all, man. I really do think if anybody could survive, it's going to be maybe Godwin and then obviously Rachaad White if he can stay healthy. But I guess we better take this guy. We already got 2 tight ends. We need another receiver, dude. Oh my gosh. All the good receivers are gone, bro. Gallup's there, but I'm not really a big fan of Michael Gallup, to be honest. Especially with Brandon Cooks and CeeDee Lamb there. I'm gonna take this guy. Let's take a chance. Let's take a chance to go get Alec Pierce. I think Alec Pierce is a guy who... Alec Pierce kind of reminds me of Gabe Davis. He's like a guy who like won't do much for you, but like 1 week he'll like explode and he'll go for like 20 or 30 for you or something, and then after that week he'll just be like irrelevant. So like he's gonna have spike weeks basically is what I think, and so that's good for best ball obviously, and so that's why I'm taking Pierce right here. Like I think a lot of the plays where you see Richardson use the big arm that he has, throwing it down the field for big plays, it's going to be to Pierce. It's not going to be to Pittman. It's not going to be to another receiver. It's going to be to Pierce. Pierce is the guy that's going to be catching those deep balls from Anthony Richardson this year. So that's why I'm taking him. Yeah, Baker. Yeah, that's why I thought Rachaad White could be a guy who survives, especially in a full PPR league. I don't like Rachaad White as much in like the best ball format because it's half PPR. You don't get extra points for a guy going over 100 yards receiving in a game, which I think is possible for Rachaad White. Yeah, I mean, Baker's gonna. First of all, their offensive line's not gonna be good. Really, their offense isn't gonna be good in general. You're gonna see Baker or whoever the quarterback is, whether it's him or Trask, probably dumping the ball a lot this year, which is good for Rachaad White because he is a receiving back. And I mean, he caught 50 balls last year and he didn't even play that much because of Leonard Fournette. So that's why, like I said, if anybody could survive how bad that offense is going to be as far as fantasy value goes, it would be probably Rachaad White, but he's going to have to stay healthy. I think Godwin, you could probably get decent contribution out of Godwin this year. I do like Godwin better than Mike Evans. Like, look, Mike Evans went in the middle of round 7 here, which he usually goes in like the middle of round 6. So I always thought middle of round 6 for Evans was too early. I feel like this is kind of early for Godwin too, but I think Godwin was kind of going at the end of round 5 like 2 months ago. So this is kind of better value. I would rather have guys like Addison. I would definitely rather have somebody like Jahan Dotson over all of those guys. And you can get Dotson basically at the 6-7 turn right now. So it's a tough decision, man. It's tough. What about A.T. Perry? A.T. Perry's looking like a steal. I remember watching that guy at Wake Forest. Yeah, he's a good receiver. He's gonna be, I think he's is he the number 3 right now? I know that like Shaheed is kind of hurt right now, and so was Traquan Smith. Shaheed's technically the number 3. I do like Perry, but I'm not drafting him like early. I'll draft him maybe in like round 18, but that's it. You know what I mean? As far as best ball goes. In a managed league, if you only have like 15 rounds, I don't know if I'm going to draft him, to be honest. He's not going to get much playing time, man. He's just not going to, and he's not the number 1 or the number 2 guy. If Thomas and Olave are both healthy, they're going to get targeted way more than he will. You could probably argue that Jawan Johnson is going to get targeted more. Well, this guy just took Ferguson like super early, so that's out the window. What's going on, dude? This guy took Laporta in round 11? What the heck is going on, man? This draft has been weird. There's been some weird picks. This guy took Curtis Samuel at 158 too? Are you kidding me? This guy's like sketchy, bro. This guy's had some sketchy picks. This guy's had some. I might have to report this draft, dude. What is going on? Look at all these quarterbacks coming off the board. I'm so confused. Well, Okonkwo is still on the board for some reason. I'm gonna take him if he's there. That guy should not be on the board. This is best ball mate. No, dude, this is a puppy 3. This is a puppy 3, dude. I don't even know. This is like, I've seen some weird picks in this draft. I mean, we've seen Kittle go in round 3. We have seen some weirdo picks. Well, I'm gonna take Okonkwo because that's just like, this is 20 picks of ADP value. Even though I already got 2 tight ends, we'll go him and we'll go. I'm gonna go Jaden Reed. I know I'd take Jaden Reed like every draft. I'm sorry. I think the guy's that good. So yeah, we've seen some weird picks, bro. We got. Let's go through all the weird picks here. I would say this is weird, but it's not, because Taylor kind of used to go in the second round, and he's reportedly back at practice. So Kittle, that's a weird pick. That's really weird because that's like 2 rounds ahead of his ADP. And then Tony being picked at 59 is kind of weird. Dude, I seen somebody draft Tony in like round 9 the other day, and so this guy taking him at the end of round 5 is kind of, it's the same guy that took Kittle too. And then, oh my goodness, let's see what else is kind of weird. Obviously, the same guy's taking Zeke. This isn't like super weird, but it's kind of weird. Where was Zeke going? He was going like right here, like at the beginning of round 14. So I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's weird. People are just taking the hype too far, would be my guess with this pick. He's just taking it too far. Like, he should have took him like round 10 or something, but round 7 is like, that's reaching. I mean, like in whose right mind, who is taking Zeke right here over Dalvin Cook, bro? Like, and I don't really care for either of the guys. I think they're both kind of starting, like, Zeke's definitely washed. Cook's like on the edge of being washed, I think, but I would still take Cook over Zeke all day. I wouldn't even have to think about it. What else is kind of weird? You know, this is kind of weird right here. Dak falling to the middle of round 11. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Does anybody else think that's kind of weird? Dak would like consistently kind of go like at least like right here, like the end of round 9, beginning of round 10. So that's kind of weird. I feel like Michael Thomas falling this far is kind of weird as well. What else is weird? Really, like Okonkwo falling all the way down here. That's kind of weird. I can't believe he was there. Somebody must have got taken early that should not have gotten taken. Well, other than Zeke, obviously. I'm looking here. I don't really see anything else that's really like, well, and then Ferguson going right here. That's kind of weird too. What's Ferguson's ADP? Let me see what Ferguson's ADP is. What's this guy's name? Matthias? Matthias! If you guys look here, let me pull up the phone. Yeah, Ferguson's ADP is 183.9 down here at the bottom. So that's kind of weird. I mean, I'll take the discount with Okonkwo, so I don't really care. I know Okonkwo, it sucks that Hopkins is there for Okonkwo, but I'll still, as a third tight end and around the end of round 14, that's like stealing. But I don't mind like Gerald Everett and Irv Smith either. Those are good selections if you need a second or third tight end as well. This guy took Everett as his first tight end, and then he took Higbee as his first, Smith as his second. You really want Justin Herbert? Yeah, take as much Justin Herbert as you can possibly get. Go get Justin Herbert. Go get Justin
Players
Herbert.
are going nuclear in 2023, dropping mushrooms on the competition. Draft as many nuclear players as you can to demolish other league members in fantasy football this year.
I'm not changing this list either. Even though we've had some news come, I'm not changing this list at all. There is like another player or two I kind of want to add on to it. I kind of want to throw a couple other guys onto it, but yeah, Herbert's on this list. Go get Herbert. He came, yeah, he was on the list before I put Lawrence on the list. So go get, like I said, go get as much Justin Herbert as you can. Kellen Moore is about to like make that one of the best passing offenses in the league. And he's going to throw, I think Herbert eclipses 5,000 passing yards easily this year. And I'm a Chiefs fan saying that, so you know what I mean? Unbiased opinion. Stafford. Jawan Johnson's still in the... I can't believe Jawan Johnson, like... I can't believe he's fallen so far in his draft. He's supposed to be off the board already. His ADP is 179.2. There he goes. Speak of the devil. There you go. This is good value for this guy. Good pick. Good pick by that guy. Can't be mad. I was going to take both of those guys. I was going to take Sam Howell and Jawan Johnson if they were there. I'm going to go ahead and go... God, I really wanted Jawan Johnson to pair up with Derek Carr right there. I guess I'm going to go Tannehill, and then I'm going to go... I really need a receiver. Gosh, look at all the receivers are gone. Tank Dell's gone. What is going on, dude? This guy's taking all my guys. Good grief. I wanted to take Michael Wilson. He's going to be a flyer for like late in the year. They're saying Michael Wilson's going to be the number 3 receiver, though. I don't think he's a bad pick right there, but what other choice do I have? Everybody else is gone. I'm glad I went and got Jaden Reed whenever I did. We're a little light at receiver, I'm not gonna lie. We're a little light, but hopefully Kirk ends up being a good number 2 this year. Cross fingers. We're good everywhere else. We're good at tight end. We're good at quarterback, and we're good at running back. So I'm probably gonna do another one. I don't know. Should I do another one right now, or should I do one later? Let me see if there's any news that has come out. Any new news? Let's see here. Chase Brown. What about Chase Brown? Yeah, he's still on the board. This is the top of the board right here. Gus Edwards, Chuba Hubbard, Patterson. The thing is, I don't need a running back though. That's the thing. I don't need a. This guy's got 10. Like this guy's trolling, bro. This guy's trolling right here. I swear to God. Look at this guy's trolling, dude. This guy's got 3 running backs now. He's got 10 receivers. There's something fishy about this guy. This is not... I don't even know. This is where you get like multiple people that are like colluding together that get into the same draft, and this guy like, okay, oh, you got this pick. Okay, I'm just gonna draft like stupid guys then. I'm just gonna draft guys out of their ADPs and stuff. Good grief. Guy's got 10 receivers, bro. What do you need 10 receivers in best ball for? What about Chase Brown? I mean, I don't know. I'll take him. Well, there you go. He's gone now. Somebody just took him. He's right here, bro. Somebody just took him right here at the end of round 17, so he's gone. Oh, you're talking about Charlie Jones? Yeah, I got a little bit of Charlie Jones. I took him quite a bit back in like May and June. I took him quite a bit. Says Micah Parsons leaves practice early with a leg issue. That could be a big blow. Something's wrong with him there. It's probably nothing though. Brock Purdy guaranteed by Shanahan as the team's QB number 1. Well, I would hope so, because I know Trey Lance is not the answer. Trey Lance looked terrible. This guy took another receiver. He took Robert Wood. This guy has 11 receivers on his team, dude. That guy's trolling, I think. I have 6 receivers. I have 5 running backs, 3 tight ends, 3 quarterbacks. I could go another running back here. I really need a receiver though. I think I'm gonna keep taking the same guy that I take here at the end. Whenever I go with Jalen Hurts, I'm gonna take well, we'll see if he falls. I'm gonna take Quez Watkins. That's the thing. Whenever Quez Watkins is down here, I would rather have him. I'd rather have Quez Watkins over like some of these rookies, like I like Tillman. I like. I even do like Josh Downs to a degree, but, and obviously I like Charlie Jones. A.T. Perry could be a good pick, but Quez Watkins is a starter and he plays on an elite offense. I know that, you know, Devontae Smith and AJ Brown are going to get a lot of the work, but Quez Watkins, he'll catch a few balls. I mean, he caught what? He caught 33 balls last year for just under 400 yards. He caught 43 the year before that. That's more workload than some of these rookies are going to get. Of course, it says he's tending to a hamstring issue. That's good. That's good news to know. Well, let's take a chance then with... Let's go with Josh Reynolds. Take Josh Reynolds. He's going to play a lot since Jamison Williams is suspended for the first 6 weeks. Should we do another one? You guys want to do another one? Let's do another one. Let's see if we can get a bad pick here. Not gonna lie, I didn't really. There was a couple of. I feel like I made a mistake. I feel like I should have went and got another receiver earlier. This is the projections right here. So, but I don't really care about projections. I have the. Looks like there's one guy that has a better projection than me, and that's the guy who drafted 7th overall or 6th overall. 7th overall. Oh my god, we get number 1 pick again, bro. No way. Alright, well, we're gonna get a second chance here, I guess. Number 1 pick. Back-to-back number 1 picks. What do I think about Sean Tucker? You talking about Sean Tucker? He could get some run this year if there's like an injury to White. And if like Edmonds goes down or something as well, I mean, he'll get a little bit of work, but I don't. He might play a little more towards the end of the year. Is what I would say whenever they're out of playoff contention. But I'm not like in fantasy. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not overly excited to be like, oh my god, I have to go get that guy. I'm gonna take Jefferson again. Don't worry, I got plenty of Jamar Chase. This guy didn't take Jamar Chase with the second pick. That's a mistake. Yeah, we'll do this draft and then I gotta go to the gym. Hopefully people are quicker about their picks. I was hoping to get there about 5 o'clock, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So this guy got gifted with Jamar Chase with the third pick, so that's good for him. Bijan goes a little early here. Kelsey's still on the board. See if they got any other news here. They say Javante's going to play Saturday. Who are they playing? They're playing the Niners. So the Broncos and the Niners on Saturday, second week of the preseason. They're saying Javante's going to play. So I will be very, very intrigued, and I will be very interested to see how he plays. So look at this, Derrick Henry in round 1. Wow. Got some weird picks going on today. I mean, it's not super weird, but I would never have thought you'd see Derrick Henry in round 1. Wow. Chubb, CeeDee Lamb. So you still got Garrett Wilson, St. Brown on the board, Barkley, Pollard. I would love for like Pollard to fall to me. Jonathan Taylor's ADP is 23.5. I will not take Jonathan Taylor. All right, so you got a Mahomes, Kelsey stack at the 8 spot. Typical. There goes Pollard. That's a good pick. Let's see if Brees falls in this draft, man. I'll be curious to see if he falls this time. We can't take Henry like we did last time because he's already gone. So if you guys can't see, Chubb went right here at the 13 spot. St. Brown, AJ Brown, CeeDee Lamb. So those guys are gone, obviously. Hurts went pretty early here. We're going to go different strategy. I wasn't going to take Hurts anyways because I've taken Hurts at the number 1 spot right here at the turn like every time. Just give me Smith, bro. Give me Smith. Don't you freaking do it. If he takes Smith, I'm taking Ridley. I fucking hate this guy, dude. God damn it. Excuse my French. That's unbelievable, dude. All right, we're gonna go. I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna try something a little different that I really just never do. I'm gonna go Ridley, and then I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Mark Andrews. What do you guys think? I don't want to go another receiver, and I'm not taking Taylor, and I feel like it's a little early to take Stevenson. And yeah, I'm just gonna go, and I could take Josh Allen. Screw it. I'm gonna go Andrews this time. I don't really have much of Andrews at all. to be honest. So let's just try it. I'm not a fan of the Andrews in the 3rd round kind of pick, but let's just try it. I probably should have went Josh Allen, but I don't want to go early QB. I want to try to get Herbert down here, or Justin Fields maybe. We'll see what we can do here. I really wanted Devontae Smith. That kind of pissed me off, low-key. I'm so sick of this guy going right before it's my pick. This is the 2nd time he's went 23rd overall. God. Sucks, man. I do have like a couple of teams where I have Smith and Jefferson together though. Like I have one team where I have Jefferson, Smith, and Jalen Hurts as like my first 3 picks. So this guy gets Taylor. Jacobs and Gibbs are next. So this is a little different. Jacobs actually went in the middle of the 3rd round here. We need Breece Hall to fall to us right here. This would be awesome if he fell to us in round 4. So Stevenson's at the top. Breece Hall is 3rd from the top. Let's see what these guys do here. So there goes Breece. Breece isn't falling, bro. I don't know who came in here and said, "Oh, Breece is falling to the 6th round." Who came in here and said that Breece was falling to the 6th round?
You are fake news. You are fake news.
You're fake news. Fake news. I haven't seen Breece Hall fall once. Like, I haven't seen him fall past 40 yet since this news. I mean, is it just my luck or something? You know, is it just my luck that nobody's letting him fall? We got a bunch of Breece Hall lovers in my drafts or something? Who said that he was falling around 6, bro? There ain't no way he's falling around 6. I haven't even seen him fall to the end of round 4 yet. Oh my gosh. There goes Fields. Fields is going like super early now. He has one good preseason game where he throws 2 screen passes that go to the house, and now everybody's like all over Fields. Imagine that. I swear, dude, the fantasy community, they overreact to everything. The guy has like a really good pass, and it's like, it's like, oh my god, this guy's a superstar now. Probably a 10-team league. No, somebody was saying that he was falling to the 6th round in best ball. And in best ball, whether you do it on DraftKings or on Underdog here, it's a 12-man league. They're both 12-man leagues, so there goes Burrow. We gotta hope that Herbert falls, bro. What's going on? What's going on? What in the heck is going on? Stevenson's still on the board, bro. There's no way. There's no way Stevenson falls, right? Nope. He won't. He won't. You know what would be better is if Herbert went right here. Oh, thank God, dude. All right, we're going to get Herbert. We're going to get Herbert. We need some running backs, man. Need some running backs. All right, so we're taking Herbert. And then we're going to take... Who are we taking after that? Part of me wants to reach on Pierce. I think I'm going to take Walker this time. It says Walker participated in practice on Saturday. So it looks like Walker may be good to go here, hopefully. We're taking Walker. Does Warren concern me about? Does it concern you about Najee? Yeah, kind of. In terms of like a full PPR fantasy football running back, which is what you kind of would hope not, Najee to be. I think so. I think Warren's going to eat up a lot of the third down work, a lot of the passing situation work. Najee's going to kind of be more of a between the tackles, bell cow type of guy. I don't think you really see much like the Najee that we've seen 2 years ago in his rookie year, where he caught 70 balls or whatever it was, 74 balls, whatever it was. You're not going to see that again probably for a long time, maybe ever. He had 41 catches last year. You're going to see, I think, between 30 to, I would say 35 to 45 catches, maybe, roughly, if I had to put a number on it. So, it could be maybe even less than that if Warren continues to be efficient and grow as a running back, which I think he is. And so, Warren does kind of concern me as far as the reception, full PPR upside that Najee could have. In a league like this, though, where it's half PPR, there's no bonus points for out of position scoring. There's no bonus points for a receiving, 100-yard receiving game for running backs. I do like Najee kind of in the fourth round. Like, this guy got him at the beginning of the fourth, but if you got him anywhere from 44 to 37, I don't think it's bad. Am I taking him in the middle of the third round? No. Am I taking him at the beginning of the third round? No. But if you can get him like steadily in the fourth round, I still think he's a good pick, as long as you're not in like a full PPR league. Ty says in a non-PPR, 6 points per touchdown passing. Is it QB like Allen and Mahomes in round one the move? Not if you can get him in round two, it's not. But if you have to spend a first round pick on him and you're getting 6 points per touchdown instead of 4, it's debatable. I would say, yeah, it's debatable. In that case, I got Mahomes over Allen in that scenario. But if you could get one of the, like, say you were at the back of the draft and you could get Mahomes like right here at 15, at 16, I would gamble and try to see if you can get him, because if you don't, you can always get Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts would probably be there for you in the second round, and I like Jalen Hurts. I mean, in that league, I maybe not like him quite as much, but never take QB early, but Mahomes averaged 29 points per game last year in a 6 points per touchdown league. First year, you don't know how they draft. Yeah. First year, and you don't know how they draft. I mean, yeah, if I got where are you drafting at? Are you drafting at the back of the draft? Do you know where your draft order is? Yeah, Jalen Hurts in the 6 point passing per touchdown league is, yeah, I agree. I wouldn't be against it. Like, if you could get Mahomes in round one and you're getting 6 points per touchdown pass, yeah, I think he's got some upside in that kind of league. So if you don't know how they draft, then you don't know what the draft order is until next week. I wouldn't do it if I had Jefferson, Chase, and Tyreek Hill to choose from. I wouldn't do it. That's just me. But if you're drafting towards the back, the back of the draft, and there's guys on the board that you don't like, then yeah, take them. It's non-PPR too. Oh crap. Okay, yeah. Okay, if it's non-PPR, yeah. I forgot about non-PPR. Yeah. Okay, then forget the receiver thing that I just told you about. Who plays non-PPR? You guys don't play non-PPR, bro. Would you take Jefferson over Mahomes in a 6-1? I don't know, dude. Probably not. I would probably take Mahomes now that I think about it. Yeah, if it's not, so if it's non-PPR, there's no points per reception at all. Yeah, go ahead and go get Mahomes. Go ahead and go get Mahomes. This guy take my back, bro? Pierce went in round 5, dude. No way. I'm not even paying attention to the draft here. Rodgers went in round 6? What's this guy doing? I swear to God, there's always somebody like this in my draft, dude. Who's taking Rodgers in round 6, dude? All right. Well, this is pretty easy. We're going to go Akers. I should go get Montgomery right here, but I'm going to pass on Montgomery. I'm going to go get Addison. I know I got Jefferson, but I think this Minnesota offense is just different. Both of these guys are going to be, they're going to be able to be pretty decent. His friend and his old head dads have been playing non-PPR their whole life. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't play non-PPR anymore, dude. I can't even, I don't even remember the last time I was in a league that was non-PPR. It would have had to been like back in high school when I was doing like a league with like some of my buddies in high school. Even then, I think we did half PPR in those days. I don't even know. It's been so long ago. Rodgers in 6 is crazy. Yeah, Rodgers in round 6 is crazy. Not even just 6, but the beginning of round 6. Up here it's 63rd overall. That's like stupid. And it's not because I don't like Aaron Rodgers. It's just stupid because you can get him so much later. Like, he could have got this guy in round 10. So he's hurting himself with value. You haven't been in a non-PPR in 8 or 9 years. Until now. Peanut butter, what's going on, man? So Goddard goes right after. Pickens. See, I'm not going to see Kamara as the problem. Montgomery's still on the board. Somebody's about to steal Montgomery here in a second. This guy should take him. This guy needs him. Took Gibson instead over Montgomery? Are you kidding me? You kidding me right now? Well, whoever gets Montgomery, which it should be this guy because he's only got Breece Hall. There he goes. He takes Montgomery. Okay. How long have I been playing fantasy? I would say since I was like a freshman in high school, which would have been back in like 2011. So I don't know, like 12 years or so. Not too long. I mean, I'm only 28 years. I'm not even 28. I'll be 28 in like a month or two. So I'm not really that old, bro. So I've only been playing for like a little more than a decade. Yeah, bro, I think Monty is on this list for a reason, bro. Monty, like I said, dude, Monty is the guy.
Nuclear.
Like, he is a steal this year.
Dropping mushrooms on the competition. Draft as many nuclear players as you can.
Monty is a steal. Go get Monty. Especially like I wanted to take him right here, but I really want Addison too. I don't want to fall behind on a receiver. I took Monty in the last draft, so yeah, go get Monty though. I have a ton of Monty. Even though I didn't get him in this draft, I have a ton of him. So where would you take Mahomes at in my league then? At the 1.01? Maybe, because that's non-PPR, and so a volume running back is going to be crucial in that league as well. So somebody like Bijan, maybe somebody like Derrick Henry even could be pretty good if he stays healthy. I wouldn't really take Eckler in that league. There's no way I'm taking Eckler at all in the first round in that league. Non-PPR. I mean, Eckler's never cracked 1,000 yards in the season, so he's off the board. I would say McCaffrey's kind of off the board at that point too. McCaffrey's just a basic running back in that league if it's non-PPR. So I would take Mahomes over all of those guys. Barkley, Chubb, and you could probably throw in Derrick Henry would be guys that I'm like maybe considering over Mahomes, but 6 points per touchdown throw for a quarterback, Mahomes is a solid number one. Pollard's out of the equation too, bro. Pollard's a pass catching running back, so non-PPR I'm not taking him. I'm definitely not taking him at the 1.01 in a league like that. All right, we're back on the clock here. Let me look here. I'm gonna take him. I need another running back bad. I should take Connor. But I'm gonna play it safe here and take Charbonnet, dude, just because I have Walker. I'm gonna make sure I get this handcuff just to cover my ass in case somebody gets hurt. CMC had like 16 yards last year, no? Yeah, but I mean, you're not getting the points for the receptions though. You're not getting any points for the receptions. He had like the second most receptions of any running back after Eckler last year. So, I mean, he's not a basic running back, but he's not the elite running back that he is like, say, in this league or in the full PPR league. So I'm not taking him. I'm not taking McCaffrey in this league at 3rd or 2nd overall. I'm definitely not taking him at 3rd or 2nd overall in that league. If he slides to the back of round 1, and say you could get Mahomes, say Mahomes is still on the board, which I doubt it, he would be, but you could try to get Mahomes and then take McCaffrey in the 2nd round, you know, if he's still there. Of course, that's if he's still there. He may not even be there. Peanut Butter says, okay, I've been drafting fantasy since 04. I love the IDP leagues. Yeah, dude, I haven't been in an IDP league yet. I don't know if I ever will, but yeah, no, standard scoring, bro. You gotta go get like a Chubb or Barkley. Barkley would be the first running back on the board for me. Bijan maybe is a close 2nd or a close 3rd in the mix with Chubb, just depending on. I don't really know what to expect from Bijan right now. I know he didn't play, which is it's a good thing he didn't play this past week. You know, aside from him saying he's the third string running back, which is obviously completely fake news.
You are fake news.
Whoever put that out, right? I mean, Bijan's going to be the number 1 guy, but Tyler Allgeier's going to get worked in some regard. We just don't know how much. And really, I don't know if it matters how. Like if Allgeier gets 150 carries, I don't really think it matters. Because they're going to run the ball so much. I think they ran the ball north of 600 times last year, or almost 600 times last year, the Falcons. And so even if Allgeier gets like 150, 160 carries, Bijan could still get like 250 touches, like rushing. So, and he could probably get close to 300 total touches if you include the receptions as well. So, I don't know, man. It's uncertain. I mean, Bijan is by far hands down a 1st round guy. It's just, I don't know if you take him inside the top 3, you know. It's up for discussion for sure. Especially in a league like that where you don't have any PPR at all. You don't have any, yeah, it's standard, so. But you have 6 points per touchdown throw for a quarterback, so that does boost Mahomes, Allen. Really, you know who that really boosts? It boosts somebody like Justin Herbert, somebody like Joe Burrow. Like, I would take Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow over Jalen Hurts and over Lamar Jackson. I know Lamar Jackson's going to throw the ball a ton this year, but he's not as an elite thrower as somebody like Herbert and as somebody like Joe Burrow. They're probably going to throw for more touchdowns than Jackson will. I would put money on it. Even with Lamar throwing the ball more this year, he's still going to throw. He's not going to throw as many touchdowns as somebody like Burrow or Herbert. So that's another reason why I would be skeptical of taking Mahomes, because in that league, you might be able to get Barkley or somebody like that, or Bijan or somebody like that, and then you could try to get Justin Herbert in round 2 or 3. I would maybe take that approach if I was in that league. All right, what do we got here, dude? We are... Let me give you guys the guys that are on the list right here. We need another running back. Did they leave? I'm going to take Zay Jones. And then I'm going to take... Which running back do we take, guys? I'm going to take a chance here with Bigsby, I guess. Part of me says I should probably take Jamal Williams, but give me Bigsby. If I didn't need another running back, I should have maybe taken Kincaid, but it is what it is, man. This is why I'm not a fan of taking Mark Andrews in the 3rd, though. This is why I'm not a fan of it. I know I did it here, but I probably should have just taken, like, Stevenson, dude. I should have just reached on Stevenson or taken Jahmyr Gibbs, maybe. This Breece Hall stuff you guys are saying, whoever said that, man, I'm yet to see it. I must just be really, really unlucky. I haven't seen Breece Hall go past pick number 40 yet, where Joe Mixon is. I haven't seen him fall past that. So maybe this news today about, you know, maybe this news we got right here about Breece Hall, Salah being very confident he's gonna be great. Maybe all this news about Breece Hall today is like why that's the case. I don't know. Maybe that's why he's not falling as far. I'm still not going to keep Breece in my keeper league now. I'm gonna try to draft him again, but I'm gonna try to get him for cheaper in my auction league, because $35 is a little bit more than I want to pay for him, and I feel like I could get him for cheaper now that Cook is there. I feel like he could go for like $20, $20 to $25 instead of $35. So I'm gonna take my chances with letting him go, and then trying to bid for him again for cheaper. So that's going to be my strategy in my auction league. These guys are taking full 30 seconds to take a pick, dude. Oh my gosh. I can't believe Kincaid's still on the board. There he goes. What do you know? I gotta get my alerts up. I apologize. Ty, thanks for the subscription, man. I appreciate it. I need to get my alerts going. I've been lazy about getting my alerts like up and running. There's a couple of things I need to get put onto the stream. Alerts is one of them. I did redo my rankings. I need to get the rankings back up. I do have the old rankings on here on the ticker down below. but I have it hidden right now because I don't have it updated. I do have the rankings updated on my spreadsheet though. I didn't move Stevenson that much further down. I think I moved him down to 7 overall for the running backs, so I'm not moving him much. I'm not moving him like below that. I don't think there's any reason to. I got Derrick Henry kind of below, like a couple spots below Stevenson, and I think it's close between him and Derrick Henry. It just kind of depends on what league you're in. If you're in like a standard league, I would tell you to take Derrick Henry over Stevenson, but if you're in like a full PPR league, I would tell you to take Stevenson. So that's the thing about the rankings, and I don't want you guys to like look too much into the rankings, because really it just depends on what kind of league you're in. If you're in a certain league, there's going to be certain guys that I have below on the rankings that I would have them ranked higher if they were, you know, if it was a certain league, or if you had certain rules for your league where, you know, if a guy runs like a 50-yard touchdown and it's worth like 20 points or something stupid, you know. So, or if you have points for guys who go over 100 yards, like in my auction league, we don't have a ton of bonus points, but we have bonus points for a 100-yard receiving game, a 100-yard rushing game. We have bonus points for a 40-yard touchdown, run or pass, stuff like that. So not every league like has all that stuff in it. So depending on kind of your league scoring settings, I would give you different opinions on certain players. So don't really look too much into my my rankings that much unless it's like specific, you know. I would say the rankings are kind of just based on a normal half PPR league. You know, full PPR, you could maybe rank a couple of guys up a little higher. If it was standard, I would say, you know, there's other guys that are lower that could slide up. Well, they didn't really leave me much to choose from here, did they? We don't need a receiver. That's a good thing. They took all the freaking running backs. I'm going to take Everett. I need another running back, man. And I need another quarterback too. I'm going to take Love over Goff and Russ. I'm not really super high on Russ. I really don't want Russ at all. I would have taken Derek Carr, but he's right here. Derek Carr would have been the next guy I would have taken, obviously. This is the second time I've missed Derek Carr by like a pick or two. I have a little bit of Jared Goff, but I don't like. I probably got more Jared Goff. I don't know. I got a little bit of Jordan Love too. I would just rather have Love because I'm going to try to get Reed right here. If Reed's here, I'm going to take Reed, so we can pair those guys up together. I don't really like this draft. I'm not going to lie, dude. I don't really like it. It's okay. It's not bad, but this is the price you pay for an early tight end, though. This is the price you pay. It may pay off. It may not, though. I was really hoping to get Pierce right here, man. I was hoping to get Pierce right here. And then I still could have got Charbonnet. We're just gonna be light at running back, man. I think Akers will be okay. And then at least we got the handcuff with Walker and Charbonnet. So we have a number 1 or 2 running back no matter what. Hopefully they don't split too much time, but at least if one gets hurt, we are covered. See, the big issue is like Herbert. I would like somebody like Herbert right here, where Zay Jones is, or Bigsby, but he's just not falling that far anymore, dude. He goes super early now. All because that's the thing, man. Anything can change with a few snaps of a preseason game if guys play really well or if they play really bad. So, and that's just the way it is. People overreact to everything. I mean, if Mahomes throws a 99-yard touchdown pass to Scantling, to Scantling, who goes right here at 153. If Mahomes throws like a 99-yard bomb to him in the next preseason game, Scantling's going to go in like round 10 after that game. Because, oh my God, you guys see that catch that Scantling made? 99-yard touchdown pass, bro? He's really good. Let's draft him in round 10 now. That's what's going to happen. And that's just kind of the way it goes. But see, like I used to get, you guys know me, I used to get Montgomery. I mean, this is actually good value for Montgomery because Montgomery usually goes like at the beginning of round 7, but we used to get Montgomery like right here at 87, 86, 88. Now Montgomery he went right here this time, but he usually goes at the beginning of round 7. So for all of us that were taking Montgomery back in like May and June back here at the beginning or, the middle of round 8, I mean, we were getting a discount. Same thing with Ridley. Ridley used to go. Ridley's going at the end of round 2, beginning of round 3 now. And obviously I took him this time, but Ridley used to go back here where Judy is, where Najee is. So that's the way the fantasy community is, man. We see one guy make a play on like a clip or something on Twitter, and it's like the guy's ADP jumps like a full round. It's like, look at Okonkwo. Okonkwo's going right here now. It's crazy where Okonkwo is going now. I was kind of staying away from Okonkwo back when they got Hopkins, because Okonkwo would go like right here where Kincaid is, like at the end of round 11. But right here in the middle of round 14, I got him last draft at the end of round 14. That's kind of a deal breaker. You almost have to take him at that point. There's actually a little bit of value in taking him, so. Irv Smith goes. Taysom Hill should go here in a pick or two probably as well. All right, we got Everett and we got Mark Andrews. Week 13, week 5 bye. All right, this guy made my life pretty easy here. I'm going to go. God, Zamir White's ADP. Should I take Zamir White or Tajay Spears? Who are we taking? White or Spears? I'm taking one of those two guys. Which one do you guys think? Do we take a gamble and do we take White if something happens? I think so, dude, because I've been saying it all year, man. And really, I don't really care for the Raiders offense, and I don't think the Raiders are going to be that good anyways, but I remember watching Zamir White at Georgia. He was a good back at Georgia. Like I said, dude, whether or not Jacobs comes back or not, which he probably is going to come back, he's got no choice. But at the end of the day, I think he's very vulnerable to an injury. Missing all of training camp, coming off a near 400 touch season. And White looked pretty good in the preseason game, even though the Niners had all their backups in. On defense, White didn't look too bad, so give me White. It's funny too because I had a team like a month ago where I took Zamir White at like round 18 at the very end. Now he's going in like round 15 now. It's crazy. I do like Spears though. Spears look pretty good too, and if something happens to Henry, Spears could be a guy to go get. After this stream is over, or after this draft is over, I'm going to be done streaming for the day, probably. I got to go to the gym. It's already 5 o'clock, so this is kind of ending at a good point here. We've been live for just over 2 hours. I don't have the updated rankings for you guys on the ticker below, but I will have that for you guys tomorrow. Let me check the news real quick, make sure no new news has come out. If you guys hadn't already, if you guys are, you guys just came in, we went over the news at the beginning, so whenever I'm done with the stream, if you guys watch probably the first 10 or 15 minutes of the stream, you guys will watch me go over the news, go over, the bigger news for offensive side of, football for fantasy purposes. So Taysom Hill at 179, that's really good value right there. Why is Taysom Hill going so late? Is it because he didn't do anything in the preseason, really? He caught one ball, I think, but they're still going to use him as a gadget player. They're not going to do it in the preseason, though, because it doesn't matter, and they don't want to give away all their tape on, Taysom Hill, like, taking quarterback snaps and running the ball. Yeah, this is good value to get Taysom Hill in round 15. That's crazy. He's got Warren, Pirine, Montgomery, Breece Hall. And he's got Kenneth Gainwell now, too. That's not bad. Our team right now is Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, Walker, Charbonnet, Akers, Bigsby, Zamir White. We got JJ, Ridley, Addison, Sky Moore, Zay Jones, Jaden Reed. It's a good receiver room. And Andrews and Everett at tight end. A little bit light at the running back room once again. That's about it, though. I don't mind everything else. The running back room's a little light. I'm glad we got the handcuff. Where did Zeke go in this draft? Do we know where Zeke went? Right here, round 10. So we've seen Zeke go in round 7 earlier, and then he went in round 10 now, so that's interesting. Tank Dell just went. I'm glad I got the receivers I got, because this is where the receivers are like so thin right now. I don't like any of these guys on the board, really, if I'm being honest. There goes Ross and Parker. I'm gonna go get Chandler again this time. Actually, I might take Gus Edwards if he's there. If Gus is there, I'm taking him. I thought Gus was going to be gone. I can't believe he's still there. This guy's got 5 running backs already, so he's probably not going to take Edwards, I wouldn't think. Let's see what he does. Took Hunter Henry, okay. Yeah, Henry's moving up draft boards because of a injury to Mike Gesicki. So let's take Edwards, and let's take I should take Sam Howell. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Sam Howell. Why not? I was thinking about taking McCole Hardman, but I think we'll be okay. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask me right now. Like I said, I'm going to be getting off like as soon as this draft concludes, probably. So, gotta go to the gym. I got some other stuff I got to take care of tonight as well. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and get. I need a receiver, so. I would like Nakua, but Nakua is like always going right before. He's going like right here in the middle around 18. How do I feel about building a squad around Kelsey? I think it's I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. I wish Kelsey was a second rounder though. I think it's tough to take him in the first round. I think if you guys watch Fantasy Football Now, which I don't know if they're on right now, if they're on, I think they're on tonight. Fantasy Football Now, all the guys that are on the show, they're doing their draft tonight. I might tune in and watch to see what they do. They revealed the draft order last night. I think Schefter has like pick number 3 tonight in that draft that they're doing. Somebody's going to take Kelsey in that draft probably in the first. I like Kelsey, and I think he's going to be a very good fantasy player once again this year. They don't have much. You're going to see much of the same, as like what you seen last year, because they don't really have receivers really to threaten like his workload. And so I will say, I like Kelsey. And I like building a team around him, but there's a way to do it and there's a way not to do it. And I think, let's see what this guy did here. Because he did the Kelsey Mahomes stack. This guy did it pretty good. He kind of messed up though. So he went Kelsey Mahomes. Then what's their format? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I think it's full PPR. It's like an ESPN league, I think. So I think it's full PPR. Nobody took my guy yet, did they? Okay. So he went Mahomes. So this is a good strategy. Go to receivers after you get Mahomes and Kelsey. The problem is that you can't get Ridley right here anymore, which would be like a go-to. I think Keenan Allen would be a slightly better pick than Cooper this year. Watson's a good pick. I like Pierce. I don't like the Madison pick. This is Cam Akers or Montgomery for me. Madison, it's not a bad pick. I'm not super high on Madison. He's in a passing offense, but he could do okay. So I guess I don't really hate this pick. I do not like this pick. I don't like Pittman, and I don't like Cooks, and I don't like Jameson Williams. This is where he messed up, because I would have went Kamara. I would have went Kamara right here. See, he missed out on Kamara at 89. So I would have went Kamara, and then I would have went like Johnston or Sky Moore in round 8. That's what I would have done. Is Nakua on the board? No way. All right, we got Nakua. Look at that. We got Nakua. See what projections are here. Oh, I'm not projected to do quite as well this time. Probably because I took a tight end. See how we're doing on bye weeks. Oh, it won't show me it. Hold on. Oh, this thing's not gonna load. Well, it just did. It's on TV. It's like ESPN. It's on ESPN. ESPN or ESPN2 probably. But if you ever watch like fantasy football now, like on ESPN, like every Sunday before the games kick off, like it's them. Like it's Field Yates, Adam Schefter, Mike Clay, you know, those guys. So they should be doing their draft tonight, I think. Would you rather stack Diggs, Allen, or Mahomes and Kelsey, or AJ Brown, Hurts? Full PPR, 4-point passing touchdowns. That's tough, man. It's tough. If I had to choose, it's gonna be Mahomes and Kelsey. AJ Brown and Hurts are a close second. I would almost rather stack Hurts though with Devontae Smith, to be honest. What time is it at? Let me check real quick. I really don't know. It should be on tonight, like either right now or maybe in like an hour or two from now. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I can look real quick though. Let me look at the guide real quick. Let me see what it says. Let's go to sports. It's on from 6 to 9 p.m. So 6. So it's on in like 45 minutes. And it's on ESPN. That's when they're doing it. So they're doing it on ESPN at 6 o'clock. So literally in like 43 minutes from now. On ESPN. That's when they're doing it, broskies. So any other questions, man? Any other questions before I get off here? I got to get to the gym. I'll probably catch some of it while I'm at the gym. They got TVs at the gym and stuff. So I'll see what they're doing. See how their draft goes, you know. I mean, those guys are experts, you know. They've been doing it longer than me and stuff, so they, you know, they have their own rankings and stuff, and they're all knowledgeable, and that's why it kind of makes the draft really, really interesting to see what they do. So be curious to see what they do. I think Schefter's got pick number 3. I think Field Yates has like pick number 9. The other lady has like pick 8. So there's gonna be like all kinds of sniping going on and stuff. It's always nice to see kind of like how they draft, you know, because they all kind of know what they're doing, and so just be curious to see what they do. So all right, well, if you guys got nothing else for me, I have nothing else for you guys. Like I said, we went over the news today. If you guys missed that, go back and watch from the beginning. Is it a 10-man league? Yeah, man, it's 10-man. It's a 10-man league for them. So it is a 10-man league. So yeah, it's only 10 of them. But yeah, like I said, we went over the news today. We did a couple drafts. We got the number 1 pick both times. I feel like we could have done better, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I think we'll be okay in the one draft. I think the first draft I did slightly better than this one. Slightly better. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll go over probably go over the news again tomorrow, maybe. And we may do another draft. We'll just see. It just depends. I may not go live tomorrow. I may not. I might wait till Thursday or something. I know they got a Thursday night game. I think it's the Eagles and the Browns or whatever are playing the kickoff preseason week number 2. So I might go live for that and or I'll go live before that game, and then maybe or after it, depending on what happens or depending on what news comes down. So yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will catch you guys probably tomorrow, if not Thursday. Tomorrow, if not Thursday, is when we will go live again. I might try. I need to try to work on a video for you guys. I'm just trying to find the time, man. It's tough with work and going to the gym and then doing the live streams and stuff. So, and then working 5 days a week is also kind of hinders my ability to be live every single day. So, Wendigo, you said you have one league. Non-PPR passing and rushing touchdowns is 8 points. I heard you earlier. You said, would you take a first round quarterback? Yeah, bro, you have to go quarterback in the first round if you're getting 8 points for a touchdown pass. You have to, because yeah, the pass on running back. Go get Mahomes or Allen or Hurts. Really, I wouldn't have Hurts inside the top 3. He's not going to have as many passing touchdowns as somebody like Mahomes. Really, like somebody like Herbert and Joe Burrow are going to have more passing touchdowns. Herbert and Burrow would move up in my rankings in a league like that. Go get one in the first round, unless you could get like Herbert or Joe Burrow in round 2. If you could get Herbert and Joe Burrow in round 2, one of those two guys in round 2, go get like Barkley or somebody like that, and then get Herbert or Burrow in round 2. If not, go get Mahomes in round 1. Mahomes, bro. Mahomes is going to throw more touchdowns. Mahomes is going to throw more touchdowns than Hurts is. Hurts is a good quarterback. He's getting better, but he's not gonna throw as many touchdowns as somebody like Herbert or Mahomes or even Joe Burrow. So if you can't get one of those guys in the second round, though, go get a quarterback in the first round. That's kind of where you got to know your league mates, man. Rushing touchdowns are 8 points too. Yeah, I know, but I mean, let's look at the. Here's the thing: Hurts had what, 13 rushing touchdowns last year. But I don't like. That's obviously good with the amount of passing touchdowns that he had as well. But I still think Mahomes had more touchdowns. Like if you combine Hurts' rushing and passing touchdowns, I think Mahomes still had more passing touchdowns than he did. And I don't think Hurts is going to run for 13 touchdowns this year. I think it's going to be like 9 or 10. It's going to come down a little bit. I mean, it's still going to be good, but it's going to come down a smidge, I think. And so, let me look here. I got the stats right in front of me. Mahomes had 41 passing touchdowns. And he had 4 rushing touchdowns. So that's 45 touchdowns. Hurts had 22 passing touchdowns, 13 rushing. That's 35. So he still beat him by 10 touchdowns last year. So Hurts ran for 13 touchdowns, and he still got beat by 10 total touchdowns by Mahomes. And I think Hurts he's going to still run for some this year, but I don't think it's going to be 13. It's going to be like 10, 11 at the most, maybe. His passing touchdowns probably come up a little bit, but I don't know how much. I mean, Burrow ran for 5 touchdowns, threw for 36. That's 41 touchdowns, so that's even more than Jalen Hurts too. So, like I said, if you could get like a Burrow or a Herbert in round 2, I would maybe go running back and then try to get those guys in round 2. But that's if they're there in round 2. If you don't think they're going to be there in round 2, go get a quarterback in round 1 and try to get Mahomes if you have, if you have a shot to get him. So, I mean, Mahomes is still going to give you 35 to 40 touchdowns this year, probably through the air, and probably a couple more on the ground. So that's what I would do, man. I'll catch you guys later, man. I gotta go to the gym. Like I said, that fantasy football draft for the Fantasy Football Now show on ESPN, it's coming on in 35 minutes, so go ahead and check that out as well. I'm probably going to check it out myself while I'm at the gym. So I will catch you guys later, either tomorrow or Thursday, man. Tomorrow or Thursday. unless there's like some breaking news of like Tom Brady coming out of retirement or something and we need to talk about it. It'll be tomorrow or Thursday. So I'm out of here. Peace out. Have a good one.